Let's take a look at the ternary operator. Alright, we found some back Hytale once more, and in this tutorial over here, we're going to be taking a look at the ternary operator. Now, the ternary operator sounds, really complicated, but really it's just a very compact way to do if and basically if-else statements. Now, there's, of course, just a little bit more, when it comes to the ternary operator, but let's just see how it would work, right? We're going to say we have a integer health over here, which is equal to 0. And then we're going to have a string status, and this is going to be sort of our status, whether or not the player is alive or not, right? So let's just say, bada bing, bada boom, we got this to nothing for the time being because, well, we don't know whether or not the player is alive. So if we output this, right, what is your status? What we're going to get is just the status over here, and that's going to be, well, nothing in this case, because it's an empty string, right? So your status is nothing right now because, well, we don't know what we are. But then what we could do theoretically, of course, with this is we could say, hey, if health is bigger than 0, then we do something. And if it's, basically equal or smaller than 0, then we do another thing. So if it's bigger than 0, we can say, well, wait a second, status now is alive because, well, if health is bigger than 0, we're alive. Okay, I think that's fair. And then here we can say status non-alive for obvious sort of reasons to not use the word that starts with D or K or I don't even know. There's a bunch of them. Unalive, I guess. There you go. Anyway, we could do that, and then we can ask S out over here, right? What is your status? What is your status? And the status here is going to be, well, once again, status. And what is that going to be? Well, in this case, it's going to be alive. Right? No, it's not. It's actually not alive. Let's see. Not alive, indeed. Well, there you go. What's your status? What's your status? There you go. Now, let's reset the status over here after we're done with this. We're going to do this over here. Boom. And then we can say, well, this is fine, right? This works. But what if we were to do this, if we wanted to do this in one line? Because we can do that. Really? Yes, actually. Using the ternary operator. Now, this is another thing, operator, there you go. Whether or not you want to use it or not is obviously up to you. However, you must know this because you may or may not see this at some point made by someone else. So what you can do is, it's very similar to an if statement. So here we're going to set the status to something. Now, what are we going to set this to? The first thing we're setting this to is a Boolean. Now, you might say, what are you talking about? Health is bigger than 0. So this is the same Boolean expression that we have in our if statement. Then, after this Boolean expression, we have a question mark. Then here we put in the thing that's going to be returned, so to speak, when this is true, when the Boolean expression is true. So there's going to be alive. And then a colon over here, and then the thing that happens if it is false, which is non-alive. And bada bing, bada boom, we have a ternary operator. That's it. So the idea is the ternary operator is going to look kind of like this. It's like a Boolean and then a question mark. And then I guess the true return, kind of like that, right? Like the true return and then the false return. Now, those can be whatever you want, right? Those can be Booleans, integers. I mean, it doesn't matter. It could be method calls. I'm pretty sure it could be method calls. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be, right? So you can do quite a few things. There's a couple of rules of thumb, let's say. Never chain multiple ternary operators together. That's something that is really unwieldy, okay, because obviously you could say, okay, oh, well, if health is this, and then if that's true, we have like another branch over here in there. This works, right? This would work because then it's just like, okay, so if this is true, then this gets called, and if it's this is horrible to read, right? Like no one wants that ever at all. Never chain ternary operators together. If you have multiple things that you need, do if statements, do switch statements, but never chain them together. It's like, it's just really, really bad code, and you will never be able to like decipher it properly. And yeah, if we were to S out this right here, so this is going to be the what is your status, right? Bada bing, bada boom. We can once again ask this over here, and it's going to be, of course, once again, non-alive over here, but it works exactly the same way that we've seen over here. Ternary operator basically looks at the Boolean over here. If it's true, it returns the first thing. If it's false, it returns the second thing. That's it. And that is basically everything there is to it. And once again, if you don't want to use this is totally fine, because this is completely okay and absolutely understandable. If you're like, I don't like to read it like this, that's totally okay. But you might run into this in the wild, right? Someone else might use this type of code to write. So yeah, just so that you've seen this before, but there you go. That's the ternary operator. And that's going to conclude this video right here. Hope you found this useful and you learned something new, and I'll see you all in the next video. So yeah.